Hey, how y'all doing, man? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. So look, there's a lot going on right now. I'm trying to get this app finished. A lot of videos is getting I don't say delayed, but a lot of videos are not being put out right away. Plus, I'm in an area where the Wi-Fi isn't that good, so I'm uploading as much as I can, as fast as I can. So, but um, today's episode, I want to talk about Drake filing an appeal, and I want to show y'all at the end of this video. I want to show y'all the merch shop, um, and it might not be ready by 31st. I'm just gonna say that tomorrow because there's a lot of issues with the app. There's a lot of bugs that has to be, and I'm not trying to put out nothing that has an issue. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna work on that, and if I have to push it back till next Friday, I will. But I'm gonna show y'all so y'all don't think I'm bullshitting because it's here. So before we get into that, Legendary Spillers, Torch Talk of the content, please consider subscribing if you're new here. Let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful single sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know how to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content. Absolutely free, but if you want to leave a donation, link is right on the screen. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. 1,300 subscribers. It's over 19,000. And yes, I am the King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you are from. So look, let's get to it, man. Let's do it. All right, man. Make sure y'all stick to the end. I'm going to show y'all the app, and it's really basically a template of what it is. The finalized version is getting done, but I'm going to show y'all the version that I have so far. You know what I mean? So this way y'all can get a glimpse of what it's looking like. And yeah, man. Yeah. So let's get to this, man. This comes courtesy of Rock Martin. You already know what it is. Let's go.
Hey, yo, what up? Welcome back. This is not a podcast. It's just my thoughts with Rob Markman. More court talk today, more lawsuit talk today in hip hop. Yesterday, we talked about Cameron suing J. Cole, and we're waiting for the other shoe to drop in that one. What more information can we get to see how that one moves forward? And today, Drake officially put forth a notice of appeal in his case against UMG, the defamation lawsuit against UMG. The judge has dismissed Drake's defamation lawsuit, and we talked about that a couple of weeks ago, towards the beginning of the month. And right away, Drake's legal team said that they plan to appeal that decision. And today they officially filed the notice of appeal. I'll put it here on screen. And
Yeah, man. I think we at the end of hip hop, man. Not gonna lie. The genre's cooked, man. Hip hop is done, bro. I have to admit it, bro. It's over, bro. It's over because the ideology is dead, bro. Just MCing, rapping, uh, just making great music is that it's not about that no more. It's become this corporate entity battling for supremacy of likes and memes and things like that, man. Like for real. I think I'm gonna do an episode titled Kendrick versus Drake, who really killed hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And is it for the good or for the worse? But right now, it's cooked, bro. This is crazy, and it's so sad to see. Like it really is. Like it's sad to see because when I was growing up, this wasn't happening, man. At least it wasn't happening in the public, maybe behind closed doors, but this is crazy, man.
I'll read it. As you can see, Aubrey Drake Graham plaintiff versus UMG Recordings, notice of appeal. Plaintiff Aubrey Drake Graham hereby appeals the district court's opinion and order entered on October 9, 2025, in the above captioned case to the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, dated today, October 29th, and respectfully submitted by Michael J. Gottlieb, who is Drake's lawyer. So they're moving forth. I assume I'm no expert in this, but I assume a filing comes next. So we'll kind of see what exactly they plan to appeal on, like the basis and the argument they're going to put forth. for appeal, but what I assume is that there's some type of timeline that you have, some type of deadline to file an appeal. So this is the notice for appeal. This starts the process, right? And I think a bigger filing with more information will come soon. Just wanted to cover.
Yeah, I do believe a notice of appeal is when you a notice of appeal. Let them know that you will be appealing. But they said that already, and I guess the filing is coming next. Do I think? What do I think? Do I think that like I think that Drake is doing this on purpose, and obviously he's doing it on purpose. What do I mean by that is I think he's doing this just to stay relevant, because I think that he's okay with putting it out there, and people are okay with this because he really didn't get cooked for it. Like he didn't get exiled for it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows dealing with certain things in hip hop, it just totally goes against everything. And that's why I said about that whole 6ix9ine thing, man. That really opened my eyes to a lot of things in hip hop. I think we have been fooled for so many years by a lot of these artists. And Kendrick exposed it as well. He exposed a whole cabal, man. Like for real. And look what happened. Look what happened. Somebody that is on top get a little bit of pressure put on them in a battle, and they go to run to the courts. They lose in court and then go run back to the courts again. So this is the second time Drake is trying to sue. And he's trying to mask it by saying, "Yeah, man, doing this to take down the industry. You doing it to take down the industry?" And a lot of your fans is so crazy to me because a lot of y'all sit there and pretend as if Drake didn't get the same type of help that he's trying to sue for. It's so disgusting, man. I can't. It's so stupid, bro. This is so stupid.
This to be fair. You know what I'm saying? We covered when the case was dismissed, and so now it's a notice to appeal. Just to backtrack a little bit, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. I don't think this is a full video. I think we need more information. But when we went through that, and thank you for everybody who watched that long video of me going through the entire dismissal, the ruling, the paperwork, how it seemed to me and how I interpreted it. And I'm not a lawyer. This is just me using what I know about the music industry and just common sense and just following the case. So there are absolutely people more knowledgeable than me. But what Judge Vargas had ruled in the dismissal, or one of the main points, like a main point that she made was, of course, Drake was alleging that Not Like Us was defamatory in name.
Yes, let me stop him right there. I think it's kind of weird that Drake would put this lawsuit in again or file for an appeal when he was definitely one of the people saying some of the most egregious things about Kendrick. That just goes to show you the level of narcissism that Drake that he has. And it's so crazy to me how, again, people support this. I just don't understand it. Maybe it's not for me to understand. Maybe I need to shy away from something like that because it's just disgusting to see. And I'm be honest with y'all. I'm sick of us being played like this. Like for real, I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of us being played. That's how I feel. I feel like we're being played. I feel like we're in an episode of I don't know, some episode of a upside down sideways world. I just don't get it. I don't.
And going after UMG for the publishing and the promotion of that song. So for putting that song out and actively promoting that song to be a success. Knowing that it did harm to Drake, that's Drake's claim. One of the major points that the judge made was that Not Like Us didn't exist in the vacuum, and you couldn't just take what was happening and what was being said and Not Like Us like you needed the context of why that was being said, what came before it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. How your lawyers and you gonna say no, Not Like Us was different? When Not Like Us literally came out the day after your song, Family Matters. How is it different? I can see if Not Like Us came out today. You know what I'm saying? Then I can say, okay, he got some type of excuse. But Not Like Us came out the next day. The next day. He didn't even give you a chance to breathe. And my thing is like, again, all of these people out here, what's the dirt and everybody, it's so crazy how they would sit here and pretend as if they don't, you know what I'm saying? It's so crazy to me. They'll sit and pretend as if they don't know what's actually going on. I can't stand it, bro. I can't. And it's not just what's the dirt. It's a bunch of people, man, who just don't want to just be honest. Like, be honest, bro. Your boy lost, and he's salty. He can't let it go. He can't. That's it.
And the context was that it existed within a rap battle. Drake's team actually made the argument that the song had become so popular and so ubiquitous that it rose above, just a rap battle, that it became it became a pop cultural phenomenon with the Super Bowl, with this, with that, and the third. And, the judge is just saying, well, you can't divorce it from its context. Like, Kendrick just didn't wake up one day and decide to drop it. Kendrick didn't wake up one day and decide to say OVO, certified lover boy, certified pedophile. She took into account the Tailor Made freestyle where Drake rhymed as Pac and said, tell him that he likes young girls. That's the gift from me. So how, Drake also fed into this. And then also she kind of just argued like, hey, like a reasonable in her argument, there was a lot of back and forth about what a reasonable person would consider to be fact. And like, would a reasonable person hear a rap diss track, hear Not Like Us, and be like, oh, he is stating fact, as opposed to a reasonable person listening to it and saying, oh, that's a rap diss song. You're supposed to diss each other and say the nastiest stuff about each other and exist within the context.
That's true too. I think she did a very good job of neutralizing. It's crazy. Very good job of exposing Drake's hypocrisy, him and his lawyers. I think she did a very good job, basically saying like, bro, you was the one that told this man to say these things, and now you're mad. Like, you said to say it. And in the context of a rap battle, you told him to say it. So it ain't like he just called you these things out the blue. Y'all are going back and forth on the both of y'all was doing a smear campaign. You said some egregious things. He said some egregious things. But for some reason, I always go back to Drake fans. For some reason, y'all just totally ignore that part. But we ain't gonna let y'all ignore it. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? People are not gonna let y'all ignore it. Just not just Kendrick fans, just people in general. We're not gonna let y'all ignore that part. Your man's a hypocrite, and he sit there and say things, and y'all go along with it because y'all don't want to just be honest about it. But the judge made the right call when she did that. She made the right decision, man.
So I'm glossing, right? Those are like broad strokes, but those was some of the arguments that were like at the crux of the judge's decision. Also, what I noticed, and I'm not an expert here, is that obviously when the judge is making her ruling, she's citing other cases. They're taking precedent, right? Like, hey, in such and such case, it was already ruled this. Like, there's a precedent in court over like, how things are ruled and defined, and the court is supposed to follow that precedent, and uphold that precedent. When Judge Vargas was writing her ruling also, so she cited a ton of case law, and it looked like she also cited is it appellate court, like the Court of Appeals. It looks like she also cited cases like appeal cases, like not just the initial case, but what was the result? What did the appeals court have to say? How was this held up in appeals court? It seems like she cited some of that too. Um, the ignorant part about me is how I don't know how common that is for a judge to do that, but it
I don't know why she did that. Matter of fact, I do know why she did that. What am I talking about? I don't know why she did that just in case they do try to appeal. And then she showed maybe I don't know. I didn't see that she did that. I'm just saying if she did do that, I believe that she only did it because she knew that they was probably going to appeal, and she wanted to let them know that there were cases that tried to do this before, and people appealed and they lost. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why she cited it. I don't know. Maybe they think they shooting in the dark that they're gonna hit a bullseye in the dark. Who knows? Some things happen. More stranger things have happened this year than anything. I will say that. But at this point, I definitely think that they putting this out is kind of crazy, and I want to see if he put in a notice of appeal. I want to see what happens when he actually does go for an appeal, and what circuit court is going to take this up. What appeals court going to take it up? I don't know where that would be at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but yeah.
it seems to me, and this is just my common sense speaking. If there's somebody out here who knows better, please let me know. But of course, any judge doesn't matter what, right? Any judge doesn't want their decision overturned in the court of appeals. That has to be in the back of a judge's mind, right? And so when you're making your ruling, like you want to make it ironclad, you want to make it so that ruling sticks, and I think that's kind of proof or indicative that as a judge you did a good job. If it goes to appeals and the appeal can side with you and say, no, we side with this ruling. I'd imagine if you're a judge who consistently gets overturned in appeals, it might kind of be like a bad look for you as a judge, but certainly doesn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know. This is the part that I'm ignorant on. This is where I'm just theorizing. But it looked like in this case that Judge Vargas used a lot of cases that went through appeals court and used that to strengthen her argument as well. But
Yeah, she did a real good job on breaking that whole case down. I'm not gonna say I was shocked because obviously she's not that old, you know what I mean? But her going through the rap songs, I mean, that's got to be one of the coolest things to see Drake and Kendrick come across her desk, and she gets to break down the lyrics, which was fire to me. I thought that was pretty fire. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, again, I'm gonna get my initial take at the end of all of this. You know what I'm saying? Get my initial take at the end of all this, because I think it's very important that we dig into this. Well, let's keep going.
we still have to wait and see. We don't know what, right, the Second Circuit. We don't know what they'll decide, or how this will go, but we'll follow it. So yeah, this thing is going to appeal. There it is. Let me know what you think. Let's talk about it in the comments. We have plenty of stuff to talk.
On mute. Here it is. You know what I'm saying? So this is what the website looks like. Do not, I repeat, do not go try to purchase nothing, because this is not the actual. This is the account, but it's not active. It's not live yet. So don't. If you even see it live, don't buy nothing. Trust me when I tell you, don't buy nothing, because you ain't gonna get it, and I don't want to keep your money. I ain't gonna keep your money, but I don't want to keep your money. But anyway, so this is what it looks like here. Official merch. You know what I'm saying? You got the here's the thing shirt. Got the king, of course. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the one of one. Here's the thing hats. Torture Talk hat, Torture Talk t-shirt, the logo on it. Torture Talk hoodie. And then you have the Torture Talk, you have the Here's the Thing hoodie. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be doing some more stuff. Also, too, there are videos up on the site. So it'll take you directly to my YouTube channel. But these are not the actual views of the video. So don't be jumping in the comments. Yo, bro, you lying. You ain't got no million views. Like, nah, I don't have a million views. You know what I'm saying? But this is what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you can watch more videos on there. So, but yeah, don't be trying to go and, just look at it one more time. Don't be trying to go and order nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. And this is so far what I'm starting with. So y'all know, you know what I'm saying? And everything. So there it is. So yeah, man, there it is right there. The merch shop will be up. I was trying to drop it tomorrow, but it's too buggy. I can't drop it. It's when I try to order something, because I got to make sure I test it myself. I try to order something, it's saying that everything's sold out and all this good stuff, and I gotta make sure that it's right, connected to other websites, and all this good stuff. So, but there you have it, man. Thank y'all for everything, for making this possible. If it might go live next week. I was hoping it would go live today, but it's too many bugs in the system, and I cannot put something like that out. I can't. That's not fair to you or me. So, but yeah, but it will be available most likely next week sometime, if not next Wednesday. But it will be available this very, very soon. Let's just say that. If not, then I'm gonna have to go a different direction. But it's all gonna be the same. I'm just gonna have to go a different direction, and maybe I can get this taken care of, because I didn't realize how hard it was to do something like this. So, but thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. I'm out of here. Peace. Bye.